How is it that we live in a world where it's easier to get almost anything you want than it has ever been at any other point in human history, and simultaneously live in a world where we have record amounts of mental illness, depression, and an overall feeling of meaninglessness to our lives? You know, people are always asking, what's the easiest way to get this? What's the fastest way that I can achieve that? But think about it. If every single thing that you wanted in life was actually easy to get, then it inherently loses all of its value. If you could just get every single thing that you wanted right now at the snap of your fingers, it wouldn't mean a single thing because it didn't cost you anything. At least for myself, when I've earned something, when I've really put in the hard work towards a goal or a dream, then it just tastes so much sweeter. It feels so much more rewarding at the end of that. And throughout my own personal journey in life, I've come to realize that life isn't about avoiding hard things or finding the easiest way to get to the destination that you want. Life is actually about choosing the hard thing that will actually fulfill you. The hard thing that you actually want to do or achieve or get out of life. Often I talk about doing things or living a life that you are passionate about. And when I ask people what they're passionate about, they begin to list things that they really enjoy. But the word passion actually comes from the Latin word pati, which means to suffer. This is where you get the phrase, the passion of the Christ. Your passion is actually what you are willing to suffer for. What is something that you want so much that you're willing to go through every single last obstacle, struggle, and resistance to achieve or attain or uphold? I believe life is about choosing a direction and fully embracing every aspect of what that journey has to offer you. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And in embracing that path, the universe will provide you with all of the resistance needed for you to achieve real growth and to have that feeling of true fulfillment of doing something that just isn't easy to do. When you actually choose something knowing that you are choosing a difficult path, you become the creator of your life. If you live your entire life just avoiding hard things, trying to find the easiest way to navigate the world, you live in this reactive state where life is happening to you. But when you fully embrace a path that you've chosen, the universe is forced to respond to you. And trust me, at the end of the day, I truly don't believe that you can even avoid hard things in the first place. I think you just prolong them. It's really just trading in short-term comfort for long-term pain. Jordan Peterson has this great quote where he says, "Slay the dragon in its cave before it comes to your village." We all have that hard thing that we're avoiding, the thing that we know that we should do, but don't. A demon or a dragon that we have to slay within ourselves and we avoid. But the longer we avoid this important work, the longer that this demon or this darkness has a chance to mutate, gestate, and grow. And if you don't choose to directly go and address that darkness inside you, or that difficult task that you've been avoiding, or that difficult path that will actually give you fulfillment in life, it will eventually find you. Working out and eating healthy is hard to do, but so is becoming sick and weak and becoming a prisoner in your own body. Having that difficult conversation with your partner is difficult. But so is living within a relationship where you can't really communicate about the important things. Taking a risk and choosing a life that actually feels authentic to you is difficult. But so is living in a lie and living with regret. There's no avoiding it. You're trading one hard thing for another, so you might as well choose the path that you are willing to suffer for. A path of passion, a path of purpose, and a path of expansion. One of the things that I've seen people do to avoid the hard work is actually using self-love or self-acceptance as a cop-out. Well, I don't want to do that hard thing because, I just want to accept myself. I just want to love myself. And of course, there's a lot of truth to that, but that's really just the first step. The reason that you should be accepting yourself at the place that you are is so that you can start from a place of truth, of reality, of acceptance and surrender to the current circumstances of your life, so that you can actually make the real steps forward towards the life that you want. And the only way that you can do that is by doing the hard things. Actually, from my point of view, the greatest act of self-love is to be accountable to yourself. I believe our relationships with ourselves are the same as any other relationship, and all relationships are built on trust. How can you trust someone that doesn't follow through with what they say they're going to do? With someone who doesn't follow through with what's best for you? Imagine you're in a relationship and this person tells you they love you and they accept you and they care about you, but in every moment it's time to show up for you and do what's best for you, they cop out. In every opportunity they have to actually show that love for you, they have an excuse. And in reality, I believe that that's just using self-love or self-acceptance as a manipulation to avoid the hard work. And like I said, I don't believe you can actually avoid the hard work. I think that the hard work will eventually find you and put you in a position where you're forced to deal with it. But if you're listening to this, I want to encourage you to choose to deal with it. We all have something that we know that we should do. Love yourself enough to do it.